Hello everyone. Today we will continue our previous question series. Already we have solved up to question number 7. Today we will discuss from question number 8. So question number 8 is, if water vapor is assumed to be a perfect gas, molar enthalpy change for vaporization of 1 mole of water at 1 bar and 100 degrees Celsius is 1 kilojoule per mole. 1 kilojoule per mole is given, but when I solve this question, I got to know that if I take a molar enthalpy as 1 kilojoule per mole, then I reach nothing option is matched to my answer. So I think it is a print mistake. You have to take 41 kilojoule per mole, then only you will reach the correct answer. 41 kilojoule per mole. 41 kilojoule per mole, then only you reach the correct answer. I will solve the question. So in this type of question, already discussed in the previous video, like this question where work done is asked, but in question number 8 he asked the total internal energy, and we know the formula. Del H is equal to del U, del H is equal to del U plus del Ng RT. Previous question asked about what is work done. Work done means del Ng RT. This much only, but question number 8 asked for total internal energy. It means the molar enthalpy is used. So what is the data given? So del H vaporization is equal to I will take 41 kilojoule per mole. Okay. Then temperature given is 373 Kelvin. 100 degrees Celsius means 273. When you add 273, it will comes to 373 Kelvin. Then number of moles given is 1 mole. Then what will be the equation of this question? The equation will becomes, when water is in liquid form, water in a liquid will vaporize to water in gases. Vaporization. So change in del Ng. What will the del Ng? Del Ng is equal to del Ng always deal with the gaseous molecule only. So the number of moles in product side 1 minus 0 is equal to 1. So del Ng is equal to 1. So what you need? All you need to okay, we will got all the data. So we have to find the total internal energy. So del U is equal to del H minus del Ng RT. Okay. Here del H is equal to 41 into kilo means 10 to the power 3 joule for mole. Okay. Minus of del Ng 1 into R is equal to 8.314 joule for Kelvin for mole inverse, multiplied by temperature 373 Kelvin. Kelvin cancelling out, joule per mole, joule per moles. So we can subtract only similar unit quantity, kg minus kg, things like that. Joule per moles subtract from joule per moles. So when we solve this all the calculation, we will finally got the answer of del U is equal to 37.9041. 37.9041 joule for mole. 37.904 joule per mole. So this is the correct answer. Option C is the correct answer. Okay. Since these questions are never asked, but if the question is wrong, we will not find the, we will get the right answer, and we cannot raise the objection in the authority. So these questions are ignored in most of the cases. Student voices are not heard by the authority. So you have to know that what will the answer. When I solve it, I take it 41 kilojoule per mole, I will got the answer. So I will solve here, solve the question number 8. Question number 8 is solved. So next move to the question number 9. Question number 9 is very basic and fundamental. So what will be the question? Which of the following salt will give highest pH in water? Highest pH means what will be the means of highest pH? It means that it will definitely greater than 7, 8, 9, 10, 14, up to 14. Highest pH means basic condition. Given, look at the given options. First option KCl, potassium chloride, second sodium chloride, and third is sodium bicarbonate, and fourth option is copper sulfate. Among the four options, only option C gives the C is the only basic. Only C can give the basic condition more favorable as compared to the other three options. Why? Because the highest pH refer to the basic solution containing OH minus ion, and we know that, and we see that all the four options does not contain any OH ions. Otherwise, it will be easy to answer. So that it is a tricky type questions. So we know releasing OH minus on hydrolysis will give highest pH in water. Only the salt of strong base and weak acid would release OH minus ion on hydrolysis. Strong base plus weak acid, strong base and weak acid combination only gives highest pH. Only gives highest pH. Only this condition, only at this condition only we get highest pH. Okay. Release OH. Among the given salts, only Na2CO3 is the only salt which will fit to this condition. And how? When we take NaOH, sodium hydroxide, NaOH plus H2CO3 carbonate, and what will we get? And the solution is water, or we can say, okay, otherwise I can write this CO3 2 minus carbonate in radical form plus water. This will gives in reversible direction HCO3 plus OH minus. Here we get the more number of OH minus in this condition only option C condition only we get more OH minus ion, which means we will get highest pH. Okay, so option C is the correct answer. Carbonate, strong base with weak acid, in this condition only get highest pH. So answer C is the correct answer. Option C is the correct answer. Okay, so next move to the question number 10. Question number 10. Then I will erase this question as answer. Okay. Question number 10 says that activity of 2.5 moles of a substance. Activity of 2.5 moles of a substance changes from 0.35 to 0.35. What would be the change in free energy at 27 degrees Celsius? In this case, when activity changes, activity changes means only formula comes to the mind that the relation between free energy and pressure. This is the only formula and very important. Most of the exam it will be asked frequently. And previous video regarding fugacity, I already told that a relationship between free energy and free energy and number of moles. In this formula, according like this derivation, by pursuing this derivation, we will derive a equation del G is equal to 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 del G means free energy divided by number of moles is equal to chemical potential. We will not use this formula, that formula. We will use del Ng is equal to nRT ln P2 by P1. Okay, if I rearrange this formula into del G is equal to nRT ln F2. Okay, wait, not F2. I have to erase this. Since I use pressure as activity, A2 divided by A1. I already told that in that particular video. In case of solution, we use as activity, and in case of gas, for real gases, we use as use the term fugacity. So instead of pressure P2, I used here A2 activity. Just replace the P2 term in A2 and P1 term as A1. That's all you need to replace. This is the formula. Okay, there is no any other formula how to relate free energy to activity. Okay, if I rearrange one more time, del G divided by n, if I take n to the left side, n is equal to RT ln A2 by A1 is equal to, since del G divided by number of moles is equal to chemical potential. In another question or maybe upcoming exams, it will ask what is the chemical potential, change in chemical potential when this much mole of substance changes from activity, changes from this much to this much. Use the same formula, but just you need to take the n from right side to left side. Okay, and the formula is same, ln A2 by A1. Okay, here we just need to put the values here, use the formula this. Okay, for question number 10, so del G is equal to, n means number of moles, 2.5 moles, 2.5 mole multiplied by 8.314. Okay, I will make a space for that. 8.314, then temperature is 27 degrees Celsius, so 300 Kelvin, and its unit 8.314 unit joule for mole to Kelvin. So Kelvin can cancel out, whole inverse mole cancel out, into ln A2 by A1. A2 means 0.3 or 0.35 divided by 0.05. Okay, it will be cancelling out to leads to 7, 5 7s are 35. Okay, so del G, when you multiply all these terms, we will get 12133.722 joule, because only joule remains as it is, and other units are cancelling out. So free energy change becomes 1.133. So what will be the option? The option will be option 1.133722. So option D is the correct answer. Okay, here we conclude the question number 10. In the next video I will continue from question number 11. Okay, thank you for watching this video. If you not subscribe my channel and stay tuned with more number of questions like this, which is helpful for even CSI NET, GATE and Odisha lecture. You know that. And thank you once again. Thank you very much for watching this video.